thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing another drawing time-lapse. I know I've already put out like about 3 of these and they all kind of follow one consistent theme. They're actually part of one collection. That's why all the drawings have very similar color palettes. But I actually do have a few oil painting time-lapses currently in progress, but because oil paintings take me sometimes weeks and maybe even months to complete, they won't be produced as frequently or as easily as the drawings. I really do enjoy uploading the drawing time lapses. I think it's really interesting to give you guys a glimpse into me working with other mediums, and a lot of you guys out there watching are actually really interested in drawing, so I think it's cool to introduce a little bit of variety into my channel, and also it helps me because I get to upload videos more frequently and talk to you guys more. So if you enjoy this kind of uploading schedule where instead of just doing 1 video a week or 1 video every 2 weeks, if you like to see me upload more frequently, and instead of just doing like oil painting time lapses, I might sprinkle in some drawing time lapses and maybe a few like vlogging or more talking face-to-face type of videos. Please let me know. I love hearing feedback from you guys, and I want to make this channel as enjoyable and helpful and encouraging as I can for all of you. Real quick before I begin, I would just like to let you guys know that I am having a huge holiday sale. You can check out all prints on sale for 20% off at happyd-artist.com with the code Black Friday. For a real-time version of this video, please check out patreon.com/happydartist. And as usual, I will have all of the supplies I used today listed in the description below, so check that out if you are curious. And for today's topic of discussion, I will be talking about pricing. So I've gotten this question a lot of times before. A lot of you guys want to know if you're just starting to sell your work for the first time, or if you kind of just want to improve your current habits and methods of pricing your artwork. How do you go about that? How do you find a good starting point? How do you price your artwork appropriately so that you're not overpricing it, but you're also not underselling yourself? So I'm just going to give you some tips that I used when I first started out. Of course, as usual, these are my own personal opinions, so feel free to disagree with me, but I think pricing, I think of it in 2 ways. So there's pricing original artwork, which includes commissions or original creations of yours that you decide to sell. And there's also pricing of prints. So when it comes to pricing original artwork, there are 2 factors I consider. One is the amount of time and effort that it takes to complete a piece. And the second one is kind of where I currently stand in terms of demand and popularity. So the first one, of course, under the effort umbrella falls the cost of your materials, the hours that you put into a piece, and not just the hours that you put into actually drawing or painting the piece, but feel free to count the hours you spend collecting reference photos or doing concept sketches or communicating with your client. Those are all part of your project time. And I also think about, in terms of effort, like how skilled I am. Basically, is my work at the level where I should be charging X or Y amount of money? And then the second thing I consider is my popularity. So am I, if I were to compare myself to other artists who are of similar skill level as me and also use similar mediums, how do I compare in terms of how many clients I have versus how many clients they have? So I'm not saying that you should copy other artists' price points, but looking at other artists is a great way to start, especially if you look at artists that are very similar to you in terms of skill level and in terms of popularity. Because chances are you should probably be pricing your work around the same price as those of your peers. And especially with original art, it can be very tricky, but my advice is to price yours, especially if you're just starting out and trying to get your foot in the door and maybe trying to gain a few new collectors. And if you're not that well known yet, don't be afraid to price your works a little bit more competitively. Of course, don't undersell yourself, but you know, if you perhaps price $25 or $50 lower than other people who are of similar skill level as you, it might really help boost your sales initially and get those new collectors. Of course, if you are comparing yourself to other artists in your atmosphere and environment that are similar to you, and you feel like your work does deserve to be priced higher, by all means, price it higher. I'm a firm believer in kind of following your gut, and whatever price you're comfortable parting with your piece at, that is the price you should go with. As for prints, they are a little bit more straightforward. As so long as you're using high quality inks and paper, you should be pricing your prints pretty standardly. Most artists follow this metric, and that's for smaller prints that are around 8x10. The prints usually range anywhere from $20 to $35, and for larger prints that are perhaps 13x19, the prints can range from $35 to $75. It really depends on the type of ink and quality of paper you use. Unless you're a super famous artist, you probably cannot get away with charging too inflated of a price for prints. And that being said, also, if you decide to embellish your prints or make them special in any way, if you're having your prints made at a very fancy print shop and they charge you a lot of money per print, make sure you can actually make a pretty good margin for yourself and don't undercut yourself. But generally, following the ranges that I talked about will do pretty well. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this short spiel on pricing. If you would like to see limited edition prints of this piece, they are available at my shop at happyd-artist.com. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see the last video I have of this series, please let me know. I'm thinking of maybe uploading it sometime next week. If you're sick of seeing these types of drawings, also feel free to let me know, but chances are I'll probably upload it because I filmed it and I love sharing everything I film. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season. Thank you again for all of your support, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
Life doesn't owe you anything. It's in your hands.